So our trip to the Philippines, we arrived in the Philippines really late at night. Came into
Actually, it wasn't that late. It was like 9 p.m.
To us it was late.
But to us it was like 3 or 4 a.m.
The next day. And so we were on our way to the hotel, and getting the taxi was chaos. Just coming out, we were barraged by taxi drivers and trike drivers, and everybody just trying to get us to give us a ride. It was really chaotic. One thing I will say is you're supposed to get a metered taxi, otherwise you're liable to be taken for too much money.
Yes. Which happened to us at least 3 or 4 times.
That night when we arrived, I only had a chance to go down to the 7-Eleven and back from our hotel, and that was 1 block. On the way, I passed like 50 different sex workers. This was our hotel. And this is the sunrise. We woke up. When we woke up,
there was just so much smog outside. You could see the smog in the background, and I was like, "Oh, that's what that smell is in there. It's the smog."
This was actually another day, but it was clear this day.
Yeah, it was really windy that day.
And then we decided to venture out.
So this is their bus system, these little carts. These cars.
I read about these things online. They're called Jeepneys or something. That's what everybody's
Those things.
Yeah, jalopies.
I want one.
So our first morning in Manila, we wake up and we decide to go venture out, and we find ourselves immediately to be in a very ghetto area. There's trash everywhere, people everywhere, honking. The smog was just terrible.
Jeepneys everywhere, trikes everywhere, motor trikes everywhere.
And probably the worst part of it was the smells. There was a lot of urine. The smell of fish sitting in the sun, just on tables, unrefrigerated.
And it was really just loud. All over, really. Beeping on your horn is like the normal thing to do. It's like,
I haven't really found what would cause someone to honk their horn, but they just they do it constantly.
Beautiful shot right here.
Honking.
But it's all surrounded by this trash in the river.
The river is completely polluted, completely dead.
There's like dead puppies in there.
Yeah.
This is a urinal for men.
That was the river where I walked over the bridge and I about barfed 5 times.
Someone lives here.
From the smell.
This is another caca spot from this family. I probably because they're living on the street. The sidewalks a lot of them are in shambles unless you get into the downtown the business district. But there's markets everywhere, and it's just weird to go walk by and see kids sleeping on the street. So we hop another taxi, and I noticed in every taxi we got in there was rosary beads hanging from the top. This guy also had bobbleheads, which we enjoyed.
It's a Catholic country.
Very Catholic.
It's 90% Catholic or something.
The other thing we noticed is everybody's listening to English radio.
American songs.
The language barrier wasn't that difficult to overcome. I mean, there's some people who don't speak English, but a lot of people do.
Most of them do. Even though sometimes it was hard to understand them, but you could basically communicate.
This is the new city center. And part of some of the new plans.
Makati.
Everywhere you look, I mean, I saw over 20 cranes in the skyline. Nice new buildings in the downtown business area. But contrasted with a poor infrastructure with these wires going everywhere. I like this shot especially with the old town and then the new city background in the back there. And new hotels.
If only the pictures could capture the smells of the areas, it would make it so much more.
This was the yuppie area.
Yeah. Your favorite place.
Don't drink distilled water. It'll ruin your electrolytes. Right? And finding good coffee is difficult. And don't get hurt because, as you can see, ambulances don't take any priority.
There's even a traffic guard over there, not stopping traffic.
He doesn't give a shit.
Here's where you got some bubble tea, but it's called something else. That's lumpia or something like that.
Dessert.
Dessert, that was tasty.
Mango.
This is adobo, I think, can't remember what kind.
Chicken.
And I had a sweet potato.
Tapioca drink.
It was good. Walking the streets again. Just busy. Jeepneys just
Yeah.
Jeepneys.
Not jalopy.
Not jalopy.
I do all the day. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any rules for driving. It's kind of just stay on
I've got some
your
rules.
respective side of the road most of the time.
These cops posed for me once they saw I was taking a picture.
Yeah.
Armed gunmen everywhere. I mean,
Yeah, outside of a
this
lot of
was
stores.
the bank.
Outside of car dealerships and even a church, I saw an armed guard out front. Don't get an abortion, that's what that says.
Here's our ride to the MOA.
Mall of Asia. The biggest mall in Asia.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah.
I got lost. But I was trying, on this shot, I was trying to capture just kind of the chaos of the road. But I came up with some rules of the road. Basically, if you think about driving as if you're a motorcycle, then it makes more sense. Kind of like if you get your nose in there, you're okay. You don't have to think about anything behind you. You get in front, you don't think about what's going on behind you. And as long as you don't like cause the accident, you're okay. Driving on the wrong side of the road seems to be okay. Cutting people off is okay. Swerving in and out anywhere you want to go, all good. The roundabouts there are pretty chaotic. We didn't drive in this part of the Philippines, and I'm glad we didn't. There's the mall check where they checking for armory. Security check at the
They
mall.
check your bags and stuff.
This is where you want to do to get your SIM card, so you can have another security check at the cinema, movies.
What are you gonna do?
Huh?
What are you doing?
My glasses on. Gotta look good.
They're still gonna know that you're white.
One has to know.
Yeah, we were pretty much the only white people in the area that we were staying in, so we were quite a spectacle there.
And the casino, in contrast with the poor folks. And a random marching band comes by and starts dancing while we're waiting to think about where we're going next.
And my favorite part of Manila was when we were finally leaving it, because honestly I did not like Manila, so I was pretty stoked to leave.
The airport was chaotic, and I was in chaos myself because we had just fought with a taxi driver about the fare. He wanted to charge $10 for a $2 fare, so we had to get out and do get another taxi all the way on the way to the airport.